morning, Miss.
Good morning, sweeties. Hello, hello, good morning. Just give me a minute. And then I'm going to turn on my camera. How are you guys? Hope you're doing excellent.
Good morning.
Good morning, sweetie. Good morning. Good morning, guys.
How are you, miss?
Fine, sweetie. And you?
Fine. Sleepy,
X.
but fine.
Yes, and maybe the weather is not helping because it makes you feel more sleepy. You just let me do one thing. Yay, here we are. Good morning, Miss Amaris. Hello, hello, hello. Today is another day, another class. But this is going to end excellent. You will see. This is a good week. Let's see, here is Alessandro. Okay, 14 by now. And the rest of my students asleep. I'm sure about that. Where is the rest of my beautiful students? Okay, let's see. I need to write down attendance. Remember that there is always a moment while we participate, while we work and everything that I take attendance. I always check my list. I only have it there. So what I do is that I just put X's to the ones that are not here. That's all that I do. Just write X's to the people that are not assisting to class. So that's why I don't mention name by name, or I don't mention something special. I just write X to the people that are not here because I got my list. So okay, let's begin then. Let's see. Here we are. Here we are. Ok, chicos, vamos con Proverbios 2. Vamos a iniciar con nuestro devocional. Nos corresponde Proverbios 2 este día. Ok, oramos entonces rápidamente. Vamos a ver, Ale González, ¿me ayudas dirigiendo en oración, por favor?
Sí, Miss.
Thank you, sweetie.
Señor Jesús, gracias por el nivel de vida que nos has dado, Señor. Gracias porque nos has guardado tan mal. Gracias por el nivel de vida. Guárdala a mí, Señor, protégela, dale sabiduría para que pueda dar más clases, Señor, y que nosotros podamos entender. En el nombre de Jesús, amén.
Amén. Thank you, mi amor. Thank you very much. Ok, bueno, chicos. Vamos entonces a abrir nuestra Biblia. Vamos a Proverbios 2. Vamos a leer del 1 al 5. Proverbios 2 del 1 al 5. ¿Qué le parece si me ayuda? Veamos. Daniel Alemán con el 1, Solecito con el 2. Mariana con el 3, Naomi 4 y Romeo Hueso 5. Vale, ahí estamos. Iniciamos la lectura entonces.
Hijo mío, si recibieres mis palabras y mis mandamientos, guardares dentro de ti,
Haciendo estar atento tu oído a la sabiduría, si inclinares tu corazón a la prudencia.
Si clamares a la inteligencia y a la prudencia, dieres tu voz.
Ok. A ver, hijo mío, si haces tuyas mis palabras y atesoras mis mandamientos, si tu oído inclinas hacia la sabiduría y de corazón te entregas a la inteligencia, si llamas a la inteligencia y pides discernimiento, si la buscas como la plata, como un tesoro escondido, entonces comprenderás el temor del Señor y hallarás el conocimiento de Dios. Ok, chicos. Cuando iniciamos, cuando usted ve Proverbios 1, cuando usted inicia en Proverbios 1, se da cuenta que Salomón está dando muchos consejos, está dando referencias y consejos a sus hijos. En Proverbios 2 continúa dando consejos a sus hijos. Mucho consejo. El consejo creo yo que es uno de los tesoros más grandes que nuestros padres nos pueden dar. La enseñanza, ese consejo a tiempo, apropiado. Cuando usted aconseja a alguien, no le aconseja cuando ya le pasaron las cosas y le fue mal. Usted lo aconseja antes. Por lo tanto, es una prevención. Un consejo es una prevención. Un consejo es algo a lo que debemos de ponerle mucha atención porque nos está ayudando a evitar un mal mayor o pueda incluso un consejo para lograr un gran bienestar. A final de cuentas, en ambos casos, el consejo es muy importante. Él le dice a sus hijos que estén atentos a sus consejos, instruyéndolos en los caminos hacia la sabiduría. Y sigue enseñando, dice, continúa la enseñanza, apelando a su hijo para recibir sus palabras y guardar sus mandamientos. Así es como nosotros la palabra del Señor nos aconseja en toda situación. Tenemos un consejo maravilloso de parte de Dios. Un consejo para que o alcancemos cosas buenas o evitemos situaciones también duras y difíciles. En ambos casos es un beneficio para nosotros. Y dice, si haces tuyas mis palabras, no solo me entra por un oído y me sale por el otro. Si usted tiene un gran tesoro, si usted tiene algo grande, súper valioso, pero wow, le costó un dineral, usted no lo va a dejar que le caiga la lluvia. Usted no lo va a dejar afuera de su casa tirado. Usted no se lo va a prestar a cualquiera. Usted lo va a atesorar, lo va a guardar, lo va a proteger, lo va a tener ahí en el lugar más seguro y en un lugar donde usted pueda siempre verlo, admirarlo, utilizarlo. Así son los mandamientos del Señor. Sus consejos, sus enseñanzas son tan valiosos, chicos. Pueden hacer una diferencia tan, pero tan grande en nuestra vida que no debemos de menospreciarlas, dejarlas fuera de nuestra vida, fuera de nuestro corazón. No, hay que atesorarlas, guardarlas. Yo me acuerdo el pastor cuando lo mencionó y decía que la sabiduría nunca puede dar un beneficio específico o correcto si no es recibida y atesorada. Podemos leer muchísimo sobre la sabiduría. Yo le puedo hablar y seguir retumbando con el tema de la sabiduría. Pero no puede usted obtener ningún beneficio de esa sabiduría si usted no la recibe primeramente, la escucha, la recibe, la toma en cuenta y la atesora. La mantiene ahí cerquita de usted, siempre pendiente en su vida sobre esa sabiduría para darle la utilidad que corresponde. Entonces, si usted quiere realmente obtener los beneficios de ser una persona sabia, recibamos primeramente esos consejos y esos mandamientos sobre sabiduría. Recíbalos, tómelos en cuenta, atesórelos, protéjalos, manténgalos cerca de su corazón y póngalos en práctica. Cuando dice aceptar, que yo le digo, tenemos que abrir nuestro corazón, Aceptar esos mandamientos, inclinar nuestro oído. ¿Sí? Cuando yo le digo aceptar o recibir, me refiero a que usted vaya acumulando todos esos mandamientos y todos esos consejos. Atesorar, lo va poniendo juntos, lo va acumulando, va adquiriendo más y más y más tesoros, más y más consejos y más mandamientos. ¿Para qué, chicos? Para ser usted una persona próspera, pero no solo esconder esos tesoros, ponerlos en práctica, ponerlos a trabajar, que se multipliquen, sí, que se multipliquen. Veamos, dice, si llamas a la inteligencia y pides discernimiento, si buscas como a la plata, como a un tesoro escondido, entonces comprenderás el temor y hallarás el conocimiento de Dios. Si guardamos esos mandamientos, chicos, los vamos a hacer de nosotros, ¿sí? Los vamos a hacer de nosotros y ellos trabajarán para nosotros. Si son suyos, usted los ha atesorado, si los mantiene cerca de su corazón, ellos trabajarán para usted. Esos consejos les llevarán a triunfos, evitarán problemas. Los mandamientos en la palabra, todas las enseñanzas de la palabra trabajarán para usted. Habrá un cambio en su vida grande, serán armas poderosas para lograr enfrentar cualquier situación. A veces quizás no lo vemos, porque usted me dice, hay armas poderosas, ¿y yo qué puedo hacerme? No lo vemos, chicos. Pero es una lucha, ¿sabe? La que nosotros tenemos todos los días y a cada instante. Es una lucha espiritual dura, fuerte, contra nuestra propia carne, nuestras propias decisiones, nuestras propias reacciones, nuestro propio carácter, la gente a nuestro alrededor, nuestra manera de tomar las cosas, la manera como enfrentamos los problemas, la obediencia, la desobediencia. Son luchas diarias, todos los días y a cada instante. Y necesitamos armas para lograr esas victorias. Por eso le digo, a veces la lucha no se mira, pero está ahí. Estamos luchando diariamente. ¿Y cómo vamos a ver reflejados los resultados de esa lucha? Bueno, día a día usted va a ir viendo si crecemos espiritualmente, si progresamos, si nuestras decisiones nos llevaron por buen camino, si obtuvimos buenos resultados, qué está pasando en nuestro diario vivir, qué vamos a ver en nuestro futuro. Veremos miles de resultados de esa guerra espiritual. Y nosotros estamos utilizando esos tesoros, esos mandamientos, esa sabiduría, esa inteligencia que nos está dando el Señor. El Señor, así como Salomón, nos pide que escuchemos sus palabras y que atesoremos sus mandamientos, que inclinemos el oído a esta sabiduría diaria que estamos recibiendo con la palabra del Señor, que compartamos nuestras opiniones, que compartamos nuestro sentir. Mire, si para eso estamos aquí, si usted tuviera algo en su corazón y usted quiere compartirlo, abra el micrófono y hagámoslo. Sus palabras pueden levantar a otro. También nosotros podemos ayudar a levantarlo. No es que usted va a abrir su corazón y me va a contar las cosas más íntimas. Si usted desea, lo podemos hacer a solas. Si no, por lo menos vamos a compartir un testimonio o vamos a compartir una necesidad o una opinión suya. Pero esos tesoros debemos de multiplicarlos. Debemos de ponerlos en práctica en todo momento. ¿Ok? Así que para terminar, acuérdese, le voy a dar unas palabritas para que usted se recuerde de este proverbio. Palabras claves que nos van a hacer recordar lo que el Señor nos está aconsejando en proverbio. Recibir es la primera palabra. Vamos a recibir esos consejos, esa palabra y esos mandamientos. Número 2, importante, atesorar. No hacerlo de menos, no ignorarlo, no simplemente no escuchar y que nos entre por un oído y nos salga por el otro. Atesorar. Recibir y recibir e ir atesorando, haciendo más estos mandamientos y estos consejos. Inclinar nuestro oído, en ese momento estamos demostrando nuestra sumisión, le estamos diciendo, sí Señor, te estoy poniendo atención. Aquí está mi corazón, inclinar nuestro oído, volver nuestro corazón a Dios y poner atención a lo que está haciendo. Ahora que ya tenemos todo eso, recordemos la siguiente palabra importante para ponerlo en práctica. Significa aplicar todo lo que estamos recibiendo, chicos, que no caiga sobre un saco roto. Vamos a aplicarlo. Póngalo en práctica. Vea usted la diferencia. No rechace estos tesoros. Tome la palabra, léala, escuche palabra, escuche consejos. Oiga, entienda y comprenda y aprenda los mandamientos del Señor. Actuemos en sabiduría siempre, apliquémoslo. Y después de aplicar, vamos a clamar y a levantar nuestra voz. Estamos aplicando los mandamientos del Señor, pero también debemos orar, clamar a Dios y levantar nuestra voz para que el Señor nos guíe a lograr aplicar correctamente estos mandamientos y aplicarlos en nuestra vida, enfrentando lo que sea, chicos. Y por último, vamos a buscar. ¿Qué vamos a buscar? La voluntad de Dios. Vamos a inclinar nuestro corazón a la prudencia, a los mandamientos y a los consejos, y vamos a buscar la presencia de Dios. Vamos a buscar que Dios nos ayude y vamos a obtener grandiosos resultados. Ok, leo por última vez Proverbios 2 del 1 al 5 y dice, hijo mío, si haces tuyas mis palabras y atesoras mis mandamientos, si tu oído inclinas hacia la sabiduría, piénselo, escúchelo, tómelo, recíbalo, vamos, y de corazón te entregas a la inteligencia, si llamas a la inteligencia y pides discernimiento, si la buscas como a la plata, como a un tesoro escondido, entonces comprenderás el temor del Señor y hallarás el conocimiento de Dios. Okay, chicos. Let's go then to our reading class. Let's see if we can do it. Let's see. Let's see. Reading class. Let's see over here. Surviving the Sea of Sand. Remember that we started reading this is a story about the Sahara Desert. How would you stay alive in the Sahara Desert? What would you do if suddenly you had to face this situation of staying alive in the sea of sand? I don't know if you still remember what we read, because we read, I think, up to letter F or G, but we were reading so fast that I think you didn't capture really the ideas.
I just remember that the Sahara is like it's too hot in the day and too cold in the night. I just remember that.
Excellent, but that is a very important point about this reading solicit. You can see, maybe you believe that the deserts are really extremely hot all the time. That is an idea that we have sometimes in our heads, because we imagine the desert like a place so hot that there is no life possible in there. But weather is extreme on the desert. It is really extreme. You can see that the weather changes during the day and during the night. But in both cases, they are extreme and they can kill the life that stands on that desert if you are not prepared, if you don't know what to what are you going to face and how to do it. So that's why we're reading this, because we have to understand our surroundings. We have,
Also, Miss,
yes,
we had to eat in small quantities so that we will not feel very thirsty and thus be able to save the water.
excellent, very good. There you see some tips of survival. Miss, but I'm never gonna go to the desert. Well, number one, you never know. You'll never know. And number two, this is general knowledge that can help you understand your surrounding, your environment, the planet where you live. What can you expect from these places? Okay, the beauty and at the same time, the dangerous places that we have in our planet. So it's good for us to understand where do we stand. So how about we read it again, and that way we can discuss it and move forward to the next topic that it is related with your activity for this week. So people that wants to read, let's see again my volunteers. Do I have volunteers? Excellent, Solecito. Very good. Okay, letter A and B, Solecito, Daniela C, Romeo D, Fernanda E. I need letter F. Let's see, David Fuentes F, Miguel H, and Naomi. Oh no, there we go. We finished Naomi.
Um,
Next time.
Miss,
Yes,
can you zoom it a little bit? I can read very
sure,
well.
sure.
Thank you.
Don't worry. Let me give it a try.
Okay, thank you.
Is that's it? Yes.
Yes, yes,
Right.
thank you.
Okay, let's start
Uh,
reading soon.
okay, can you imagine a sea of sand 3 times bigger than India? This is the Sahara Desert, the largest desert in the world. It covers 11 countries in North America and it's over 9 million kilometers. That's more than 25% of Africa. In the Sahara, sorry, temperatures are very different during the day and at night. It is much hotter during the day than at night. It is very hot during the day. The hottest time is between 2 p.m. and 4 p.m. when temperatures rise to 30, 33 Celsius. But it is very cold at night. The coldest time it is at 4 a.m when the temperature falls to 1 Celsius. The Sahara is very dry. The average rainfall in a year is only 70 millimeters, I guess.
Yes.
That's just 1 cup of rain in a whole year.
Okay, let's just stop there. Okay, we started discussing, as you can see on the article, about the Sahara Desert, which is the largest desert in the entire world. Imagine. It covers 11 countries in North Africa. It is 25% of Africa. Big, is huge. And this desert brings a lot of different challenges to the people that live there. They have adapted. They have found a way to survive to the climates, the extreme changes in this climate in the desert, um, facing well all the dangers that imply having a desert close to you. Imagine living in the desert here in El Salvador. God is so hot, and the extreme weathers in the desert. I think we will kill all Salvadorians. We're not prepared for that. But
Right
people,
now, oh,
yes,
sorry.
yeah, no, yes. Tell me.
Right now we feel in the desert because in all the day it's so hot and at night it's so freezing.
I know that right now we are facing those extreme climate changes as well. But this is nothing, baby, compared to the weather in the Sahara Desert. It's nothing. Just imagine, right, living in the Sahara Desert. If we are complaining about El Salvador, is right now in the nights here in El Salvador, it's a little bit cold because it's raining a lot. But in the Sahara, it freezes. No rain, but it's so cold in the night, so cold that humans could not survive if they are not prepared for the night. They will not survive the night, right? So these weathers are really extreme, really extreme. Okay, so we read about the temperatures, and maybe something that really make an impact on me is that it says at the end that just 1 cup of rain, they receive just 1 cup of rain in a whole year. Year. And plants, how do they survive? That's why you can see different variety of plants, plantations, different crops, different things in the desert because they have adapted. Now they can survive with little water, right? And they don't need more. They survive. They know they have adapted. Okay, let's see letter C.
Because of the extreme temperatures in the desert, it is very difficult place to survive. Brad Johnson, our survival expert, has some tips.
Okay, oh, that was short. I'm sorry. Letter D. Let's see some tips. What do we do? Letter D. I think it was,
Hello?
yes, that's it.
Okay. Take warm clothes and blanket. You will need a hat, long trousers, and a wool jumper to keep you warm at night. During the day, cover your body, head, and face. Clothes protect you from the sun and keep water in your body. You will also need a warm blanket at night. It can get cold very quickly. This drop in temperature can be a shock and make you feel even colder.
Oh dear, thank you, sweetie. This is one of this is the first tip. You take warm clothes and a blanket. Imagine taking warm clothes to a desert. That's why, as I mentioned you at the beginning, when I started reading about the Sahara Desert, I didn't expect that we will have to take warm things to a desert, right? I wasn't expecting that. So for me, it was really surprised to understand that the Sahara Desert also involves very cold and freezing nights. That was for me was really surprised. I didn't know that, right? That is how God has worked in our planet, right? He has worked so marvelously in the planet. Okay, that gives the opportunity in the during the day for those creatures and plants that need sun to survive, and in the night he freshes up so much the Sahara Desert so other kind of creatures and plants can survive too because of the extreme weather that involves the Sahara Desert. So we will have to take clothes, warm clothes and blanket. We need a hat to protect ourselves from the sun, long trouser and a wool jumper. Wow, to keep warm at night. Okay, we need to cover our body and our face during the day because remember that the sun is very strong, so it can burn our skin. So number one tip, take the proper clothing and be prepared for those um, different kind of climates. Okay, letter E, number 2. What could we do?
A car is easier to see than a person walking in the desert. You can also use the mirrors from your car to signal to planes and other cars. You can use your car types to make a fire. A fire is easy to see. It will help people to find you and keep you warm at night.
Excellent, very good. Okay, this is if you have to survive. The article says surviving. Surviving says and staying alive in the Sahara Desert. So remember, these tips are being given to us so we can survive, we can stay alive. So it says that if you are traveling in a car, most of the people they travel by car in the Sahara Desert, they don't walk. Right nowadays, they don't walk too much. So if you're in a car and suddenly your car stops working or something happens and your car stays there in the Sahara Desert, then it says that you can use the mirrors reflecting the sun and give signals to airplanes or whatever it comes in the sky so you can be rescued. You can also use the tires of your car in the night to create a fire. That way you're not going to freeze in the middle of the desert in the night. That will keep you warm. So that's another good tip. Let's see letter F. Letter F. Let's see whose turn was it. I think I mentioned David Fuentes, right? David, are you there? Are you here, David? Not here?
Can I read?
Yes, sure, sweetie, please.
Try to drink some water at least once every hour. You need for your water to last as long as possible. Drink only what you need. When you talk, you lose water from your body. Keep your mouth closed and do not talk.
Oh God, imagine that. This is, I think this is the part that is more dangerous about uh, trying to survive in the desert. The water issue. Remember that our body needs a lot of water to survive, right? So we need to drink water at least once every hour. And don't talk because you lose water. You're going to lose a lot of water. So don't talk too much. Keep your mouth closed and do not talk. Okay, if you're very talkative, it's going to be difficult for you, but it's part of survival. We need to keep water. Letter G. Who was in charge of letter G?
If you want, I can read.
Okay, yes, let me just mention who was in charge because I think you already forgot. Miguel, I said Miguel Hernandez. Is Miguel here? No? No? Not in class?
Yes.
Okay, thank you, Solicito. I think Miguel has forgotten. Yes, Miguelito.
If you eat, you will get thirsty
Yes.
and drink all of your water more quickly. You can eat a little, but only to stop you feeling very hungry. Eat very small amounts of food and eat very slowly. You can live 3 weeks with no food, but you can only live 3 days with no water.
Oh, God, thank you, Miguel. Just imagine this. Okay, in the middle of a desert, you need to survive. Of course, you need water and food, but don't eat too much because if you eat uh, big pieces or too much food, you're going to feel thirsty and you don't have too much water to survive. Just imagine yourself there in the Sahara Desert fighting for your life. Okay, and these tips are going to help you to survive. Small pieces of food, very small pieces. Remember that you can live longer without food than without water. Okay, you can live 3 weeks with no food. Okay, 3 whole weeks, but you can only live 3 days without water. So water is absolutely necessary. So we have to be careful what we eat. We are trying to survive here, okay? Try to imagine yourself in the Sahara Desert. Oh, horrible situation. And the last one, letter H. I say Naomi, right? Letter H. Naomi's not here? No, Naomi? Not here?
I'm here.
Okay.
It is very important to stay out of the sun during the day. Make a hole under your car and lie there. This will keep you cool and help you to sleep. Find a warm place to sleep at night. A small place near a tree or a rock will be the warmest. But be careful before you decide where to sleep. Dangerous animals like snakes and scorpions also like to sleep in these places. Look carefully for animals before you lie down.
Excellent. Okay, so finally, guys, protect yourself from the sun and protect yourselves also from dangerous animals like the snake, scorpions, and other animals that live in the Sahara Desert. So all the time, keep your eyes open, okay? And we have to be very, very careful. Okay, guys, these were tips for you to survive in the Sahara Desert. This gives us also an idea of our surrounding, how the Sahara Desert, what is the Sahara Desert, okay? And the dangers in those places. Okay, here it is. Next is our grammar for writing. We are going to talk about comparative and superlative adjectives. I think you already know, so we're going to do a really fast and short review. It says we use comparative adjective plus than to compare people, things, action, and events. Okay, if we are need to compare, we are going to use the adjective plus than, but not only the adjective, the comparative adjective. For example, the Sahara Desert is hotter. Okay, which is the comparative adjective? The comparative adjective is hotter. Very good. And we add than. There we are. Hotter, comparatives, we add er. Remember, hotter, er. We are going to add er than. If we don't have than, we are not comparing. So we have to have everything. Then we go to superlatives. I always tell my little students, the littles from the little grades, I always said, okay, who's your superhero? And they start saying, oh, miss, my superhero is Batman, my superhero this and that. Okay, which is your super adjective? Super adjective is the most powerful one, the greatest. There's nothing or any other adjective better than this adjective. It is super. So we are going to add est to the adjective. The hottest.
Biggest, the
Yes.
biggest, the hottest.
Exactly, very good. The biggest, the hottest, okay? The tallest. So we are going to use the plus est. This is what we are going to add to our comparative, okay? Est, if it's superlative, always remember the super adjective, est, and the comparative, er, than, because we are comparing, and we have the two cases. The Sahara Desert is hotter than Cairo. So here are the two things that I'm comparing. But how about we say super, that's the most. The Sahara Desert is the hottest place in Egypt. So we don't have any other place to compare it with. It is superlative. Let's just quickly have a look at the chart that I have over here. Let me see. Here it is. It says some comparatives are and superlatives are irregular. They change. For example, good, better, the best. Okay, these changes. There are some of them. Okay, and the adjectives can have one syllable. If they have one syllable, we add er, est. If they have more than one syllable, 2 or 3 syllables, we are going to use more for comparative and most for superlative. For example, Miss, how do I know if how many syllables they have? You just remember when you were little in the school, if you are from, you were in the school for a long time now, you have been there for a long time, you remember how to count syllables. For example, beautiful, we count clapping, remember? Beautiful. There you go. How many syllables do we have? 3. And if we have 3 syllables, we are going to use more, right? Miss Annie is more beautiful than one of the secret, those models from the TV. We are comparing that. And if we say the most beautiful, right? Because we have 3 syllables. So here we have a chart. If you want to take a photo, okay. Or if you already know the adjective, it's okay. Now let's just super fast remember our homework in your notebook. Write and illustrate. You are going to draw 8 sentences using comparative adjectives and 8 sentences using superlative adjectives. Underline the adjectives that you use and write it in cursive and color the pictures. So we draw the picture and we write down the sentences comparing or using superlatives, okay? And we underline these adjectives. Okay, guys. If you need any help, text me, okay? Have a great day, sweeties.
Bye, Miss. Have a great day.
Have a
Blessings.
nice day. Blessings.
God bless you.